Hi, it's Kate. Welcome to my channel. Today I will be making very easy card. This tutorial is for all of you who are afraid of all these mixed media projects which we are sharing through YouTube channel and through blog post by Rubber Dance. And I wanted just to show you that with rubber dance stamps you can make very easy, simple cards, even with minimum supplies. So this tutorial is really great for beginners. I'm working at mixed media paper and I'm preparing my background. I'm stamping different stamps from Inky Flowers stamp set, and I'm using wow embossing ink because I will be using white embossing powder. This is just very easy heat resist emboss resist technique when you stamped heat emboss background and then you color over that background. And what is heat embossed there, all images will be visible after applying ink. It's my favorite technique. I like to spray colors over this background, but for today I will stick with super easy background, just applying with distress ink tool. So here you can finally see what I have here, and before I will start to heat set it, I decided to make tiny dots with embossing pen. Embossing pen is great tool. You can draw, you can write with it, and when you sprinkle over it embossing powder, it will stick at the place where it's wet, and you can heat set it. And I'm filling just gaps among my images. It's something like finished touch of my first layer of background. It's really easy technique. I like it and it's beautiful. So I will check how it looks like. There are some missings. So just a few more dots and my background is ready for heat embossing. Of course, I skipped a part of heat embossing because you don't want to sit and watch me 10 minutes heat embossing something. You can work at any kind of paper, but I prefer good quality watercolor paper because after this heat embossing, I will using distress inks and I will make some splatters with water, and your paper needs to survive all that process of card making. So here you can see me heat embossing and it's done. It's very light. Sorry, my camera of course cannot catch it, but you will see in a minute how beautiful background I created. I have here distress ink tool, just small one, nothing fancy, really basic supply. You can use any kind of ink, any kind of tool. If you have brushes, use brushes. It's really up to you. You can swipe even ink just straight to the paper. You don't have to play like I play. You see, slowly my images are visible, more and more visible. I'm going for really light card, romantic card, so nothing too much heavy. And I'm not filling the whole card base. As you can see, I'm working on a panel. I usually work on panels because when I mess it, I can throw away panel. At the end, of course, I will glue this panel to a no card. Here, let's play with water. I'm making some droplets of water and it reacts with distress ink and it adds interest to my background. This is again not necessary step, but it's a beautiful step. I will dry it. I'm using wow embossing powder heat tool and it has got two settings, one for drying and one for heat embossing. And this drying, it's really great. It's not so hot, but still you can speed up your process. So here it is. But of course, it's not all for my background. I will distress edges a little bit. Again, it's a step which adds interest to my background. Of the camera at the end, I also a bit of curled edges. You can see detailed photos at the end of the videos where the edges are not so straight. I just with my fingers, with my nails, made waves. So another great thing which I love is sewing paper. And I took my sewing machine and I made my border just with white thread. Here I have some butterflies which I stamped with black ink, Versafine Onyx Black, and I heat emboss it with clear embossing powder and fussy cut them. I usually have some images ready to go in my stash, so when I'm crafting, I'm just taking them from drawer and I don't have to stamp and heat emboss. Why heat emboss? It's very easy because it's really beautiful, and this emboss resist doesn't take color, so it's still very crispy image. And I love this butterfly set. It's really nice, and I think yeah, here I'm just coloring it with just the small finger tool. I'm using the same distress inks which I have in the background. I'm not adding any color. Here I'm using just black marker, and I will go around all edges of my butterfly. So it's not so wide, so visible. It looks more compact, I can say. I will glue my butterfly with 3D foam tape, and I will not adding any sentiment. I like it just as it is. No sentiment needed. And of course, off the camera, I glue this panel onto no card to finish my card. And that's really all from me for today. So I hope you like this tutorial. Don't be afraid of using rubber that stamps. Simple projects. You can create many beautiful cards with emboss resist technique. And I wish you have a nice day. Do not forget to subscribe.